On the Love Island USA Season 7, Episode 14 recap and review. The last few days have been a lot, but it's been great TV. And if you've already watched this episode, I want to know, who are you supporting, Team Huda or Team Jeremiah? I think they both have contributed to the mess of toxic relationship that they have going on right here. But let's get into what happened with this episode. I loved this new twist on the recoupling. When I tell you the producers are really doing their big one this season, they really are. They're throwing different things at us, and we need that. We're 7 seasons in right now. It's time to shake it up and keep it fresh. So I really love this idea. So if anybody hasn't watched yet, what happened was all the girls stood behind a door. They had to text who they wanted to couple up with. Then one by one, the guys went and stood in front of the door. If the person that they stood in front of texted their name, it was a match and they're in a couple. If it did not match, then they were single and vulnerable. Now, at first, I thought no one would be going home because there's even number of boys and girls right now. But no, no, no. They keep shocking us and sending people home left and right. So, spoiler alert, Jaylen did end up going home, but we will get to that. But first, we have to talk about Huda and Jeremiah. Now they were going back and forth all day. And one time Jeremiah did sit her down and try to tell her maybe we should take a step back and be friends. She was not having that. And if you think about it, she told the girls that they did have sex. I don't know if that's actually true. She said low key or somewhat or something like that. So something was going on under the covers. But they can make things look like something that's happening that's not, like they did with Daya and Cordell last season, but they definitely have been intimate with each other. So I think that is partially why she's crashing out so bad over every little thing. And trust me, she knows that she's crashing out.
He either has to have a realization and step the fuck up, or it's not happening. I think maybe just like the name calling of him should die down a bit. I was crashing out.
And all of the other islanders are getting fed up with her, which makes no sense why the majority of them stood behind her to keep her in the villa, seeing as how she's having such a hard time with Jeremiah even talking to anyone else now that he's officially coupled with someone else on his own, not by America doing it. I just know that she's going to continue to spiral in the villa. Now, I'm sure production has something to do with this because I know they did not want her to leave. And did you see Ace's face when he went and stood behind her? It was almost like he was being forced to, but it could have been because he did not want to betray Taylor and support Jaylen. He probably figured if Jaylen stays, he'll continue to go after Olandria. Now, Huda chose total violence when Ariana asked her to make her speech. She said that she did unlock her door for Jeremiah. She was giving him a chance to prove that he cared about her. And she said this out loud in front of everyone. He said he wasn't attracted to Iris. He didn't want to sleep with her. And he didn't want to be with her at all. So now Iris is up there feeling like a fool. And then you have Austin chime in saying, I'm glad that you picked the safe choice. She was like, safe? I'm nobody's safe for second choice. So I don't see that relationship lasting very long with all that was said. He will probably end back up with Huda. I'm sure they will send in male bombshells that's interested in Huda right now to get the jealousy on the other side. I bet that's where they're going with this next. We'll see. Now, Miss Olandria, we tried to help you. We sent you Jaylen, but you just did not want to take him. Now, y'all know a few days ago, we heard Taylor mumble to Ace, if the physical attraction is not there, it's just not there. Now, he has been saying in his confessionals that they are growing with each other, but she mentions how he doesn't compliment her and how she almost has to tell him to kiss her or hug her. And I don't know, I'm having a hard time getting a read on Taylor. I don't know if he just has like a childish mentality or if he doesn't really like her or if she's not his type. His ex-girlfriend looked more like Bella from what the Twitter detectives pull stuff up all the time. Here, Jaylen was all about Olandria. Now, did it come across that Jaylen was a little bit boring? Yes. I don't know if they wasn't showing us some stuff, and I think that may be it. She was more comfortable with Taylor. They were able to laugh and joke and gossip about the other Islanders. And with Jaylen, they really didn't have even that friendship spark. So that's probably why she went with Taylor. But nevertheless, she's with Taylor. We'll see how that plays out. I'm hoping that someone in Casa Amor piques her interest. We finally had Ace and Shelly coupling up. And I don't know, it didn't give what I think they thought it was going to give for them to finally be in a couple. I think they played this cat and mouse game a little too long. Then he went chasing after Iris when she came in, so that made people side eye him like, so what really is your deal? Do you like Shelly or are you just playing a game here? So I don't know. He is young. He's 22, and I think Shelly is 27. So again, I'm hoping that they send somebody in Casa because I think Casa will be coming up pretty soon. I hope they send somebody in Casa that's more her speed. But she seems to really like Ace. Again, she lives in New York, he lives in LA. So that's a big difference right there when they get out of the villa. So we'll see. Now, as for the other couples, we had Amaya and Austin. They had been talking earlier that day. We figured that he was tired of being in the triangle with Shelly and Ace. They both were kind of just floating out there and they seemed happy to be together in a couple. So we'll see if they do anything or if they just kind of fade into the background. I could definitely see Amaya crashing out if they do stay together and she starts to fall for him and he picks someone else in Casa Amor. So that is something to definitely be on the lookout for. Nick and Sierra stayed together. That wasn't shocking. Pepe and Hannah. Hannah has totally forgotten about Charlie. Okay, she is fine with Pepe. All that crying she did the other night, she is absolutely fine with being with Pepe now. And of course, Nick and Sierra came to stay together. Now, I think the next challenge for them will be if they send a bombshell in for Nick or Casa Amor, because you know Nick is very quick to jump ship. So that's where we stand with the couples right now. Huda is still in the villa and single, and we'll see how she handles that. Let me know your predictions for Thursday night. Will Jeremiah fold and get back with Huda? Will Iris walk away from Jeremiah after everything that Huda said, the recoupling? Will Ace have his head turned the next time a bombshell walks in? That's another one that we have to watch out for in Casa Amor. We don't know what. I think this year's Casa Amor is going to be unhinged because none of these boys are loyal. And I just hope for once we have the girls do the same thing and actually explore instead of sitting up there ignoring the guys. And I hope they send in some good looking, great guys this year. But that's all for this episode. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like the video, share, and subscribe. And I'll catch you on the next one.